fantastic job there, that's for sure. And yeah, just curious on the 3K Perry and how you interconnected that all there. If you came up with some interface of your own, or was there were predetermined connections to make things kind of friendlier to hook up, or again, did you have to go and come up with a schematic and make your own interconnect cables, the sorts there. And so we'll get it back to you, Perry, and let's see. Yeah, I've got a few minutes left here. W3MMR at 1SNG.
Yeah, I was just dragging my feet. I heard another tuner upper there. N1SNG W3MMR. Well, thanks for the compliments on the live stream and the videos and stuff. Yeah, I enjoy it. Because I always thought it was cool, like if I could hear myself, over like a web SDR or something, but I thought it would be cool, like, so people could go back and like listen to their audio over and over and over again. Or if something, funny happened on the band, you could go back and listen. Or if you're bored at work, you can go back and listen to, last night's QSO all over again, so on and so forth. Because I'll go back and listen, to 2 or 3 hours of a QSO, while I'm at work. And hear things that I didn't hear the first time, So I enjoy it, and I'm glad a lot of folks do. It's actually kind of taken off as of late. Getting more and more subscribers and more people watching. So I enjoy it, and I'm glad you guys do too. As far as the Henry goes, that was real simple hookup, Glenn. What I do is I run. There's a keying jack. A PTT out jack on the back of the ANAN that I run into my LP500 station monitor, which has a protection relay in it. You can set it for high SWR for anything over 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 1 to, anything you want. And you could set it for a power limit too, so if you start putting out too much power or high SWR, it'll automatically unkey the amp. The amplifier, the alarm will engage, the relay engages, and it unkeys the amplifier automatically. So again, it just comes out of the LP500 right into the keying jack. There's a PTT jack on the back of the Henry, and real simple. And I have it sitting under a desk, under my boat anchor desk. And then I built a door on the front of the boat anchor desk, because the fans on this thing are loud, man, as you can hear in the background. So I put it under the desk and built like a door for the front of the desk, and then I exhaust the hot air out, with a 6-inch dryer tube out of the exhaust, out of the tube chimney, the top of the amplifier, and out from underneath the desk. And then I have fresh, cold air, coming in for the 2 big fans on the back of it, from underneath the desk. There's about a foot of opening on the back side of the desk and on the side of the desk, so it's still able to get fresh air to pull in, and it's about as quiet as we can make it. I am having a little bit of an issue when I get a little buzzardy with my carrier level starts to drop at a certain point. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Maybe some high volt, some caps in the power supply are starting to go or change value when things heat up. But the thing is, the grid current, the plate current, and the high voltage, and the plate voltage all stays the same when the carrier level drops. So haven't quite figured it out yet. But I did figure that out, where none of that stuff is dropping, so when the carrier level does start to drop. So haven't quite figured it out yet, but that's next on the agenda. Back down to you, bud. WO4K, and we've got about 8 minutes. This is W3MMR.
W3MMR, this is Whiskey Oscar 4 Kilo. And Henry, I'm actually very jealous of that Henry amp that you played. That is kind of an amplifier that I would like to if one came along that was working with this and that. And indeed, I had an opportunity to buy one about 6 months ago. and the price was right. The thing had been totally rebuilt. Was into a state of a silent key about 50 miles south of me, and somehow I didn't act fast enough, and somebody else snapped it up, and that thing, like I say, totally rebuilt, worked fine from what they said, and it's only for $600, and I really wish I had been a little bit more on the ball and been able to acquire that thing. So I'm just kind of keeping my eye open. To drive it, I've got two of them rigs. One's a K71Y, the other is a Johnson Viking 2 CDC. And right now that Johnson AM is an AM node is putting out about 100 watts. And AM should be a little bit more than that. I think the transformer is a little bit weak on it, the transformer. And anyway, I would have to put an attenuator on that Johnson to be able to use a amp, I think. So, and I've got the attenuator, I could do it. Anyway, just waiting for one to come along. And it's getting to be about 5 minutes, so 5 o'clock Eastern time. This is WO4K, Dunedin, Florida. And Dunedin is on the central west coast of Florida in the Tampa Bay area. Let's see, turn it back over to Glenn N1SNG, turning it over to you. But first, let's listen and see if there's anybody else out there that has tuned up and wants to join the old military radio net, N1SNG WO4K.
Yeah, nothing heard at this time. Okay. All right, very good. We do miss out as soon as we walk away from the tables at the flea market and have second thoughts and turn around. Usually it's gone. Good on the CDC Viking 2. I know the Timtron has one of those, and there's been a series of articles in Electric Radio with the Viking 2. I think it was 82RA, Janice. I believe that's a call, his call, and they're very, very good articles, and upgrades, modifications, and explanations of what's going on and why, and so we're very good on that there. But I got a full house here as far as equipment goes, but there's always temptation, and very good on that protection circuit there. It sounds like everything's covered just in case something goes wrong. And I wonder what your line voltage is down there. I run a
Alpha Juliet 1 Golf AJ 1G.
T30. Stand by, Chris. Glenn's transmitting.
Running off power supplies and batteries. Anyway, the line voltage here was somewhere on 122, 121, and just seems a little bit high. So I've got a 20 amp variac. Kind of doing the box deal, and it seems to hold its own. We're going to turn it on when needed, but there's always something you can do for the quest of perfection, I guess. But again, the ANAN and the 3K latch up there doing a fantastic job. So I'll send it back over to you, Perry, and maybe Ted is, or there's others out there wanting to step in here at this time. So W3MMR to take it N1SNG.
Yep, I'm here.
Hey Ted, I'll get it right over to you. Let me make sure I got it. I heard Chris AJ1G broke in. I don't think he was hearing you, Glenn. Real quick, Bud, that's a bummer. That's a really good price for this amplifier. I didn't quite get that good of a deal, but I still got a good deal. The person told me not to say it on the air, so I'm going to respect that. And but I got a good deal, but let's say it wasn't that good of a deal. It wasn't a $600 good deal. And 25 watts of carrier gives me legal limit. Gives me 375 watts out. But that's pushing the ANAN, to the edge. That's about max for the ANAN. 25 watts, peaking at 100 watts. It's only a 100 watt rig, so I try to keep it around anywhere between 250 about 250 watts of carrier. I'm only running 200 watts this morning because I'm getting kind of buzzardy, you know what I mean? And with that output issue, I don't want to really, push anything too much. And plus, there's really no difference between 200 and 250 watts anyway, to be honest. It just makes me feel better. So anyway, I'll turn it up to you, Ted, here. We'll get things fired up. Great to hear you, Ted, this morning. And it looks like we're going to have fantastic conditions here for the net. W3PWW, the old military radio pre-net. This is W3MMR.
Yeah, okay, very, very good. Yeah, you came up out of the noise. 5 minutes ago, you were barely readable here, but all of a sudden you popped right up out of the noise here. Not much this morning, not much QRN here this morning. Glenn, you're pounding in down here. Terry, now you are also. WO4K is good here in the southern PA. So it looks like you might have some good conditions here this morning. On the T368C and receiving with the RC98. And Glenn, haven't heard you on for a while, but looks like they must have given you the weekend off or something. Maybe your job there is kind of easing up a little bit. Okay, looks like it's time, so stand by a minute. Calling your military radio net, calling your military radio net, calling your military radio net. This net meets every Saturday morning at 0500 hours on about 3885. Spawning her on with the T368C and receiving with the RC98. You don't have to have military equipment to check in, just an interest in that subject. That's the whole spawning W3PWW, Whiskey 3, Papa Whiskey Whiskey, located near Hanover, PA. Looks like we have 3 stations, N1SNG, W3MMR, WO4K. Anyone else for the net, please call now.
Good morning, Ted. W3PWW, W3PWW, WA2EJT.
Whiskey Alpha 2 Lima, X-Ray Bravo. Kilo Delta 3, Hotel Tango.
W4HWT calling, Whiskey 4, Hotel Whiskey Tango. Good morning, Ted.
Alpha Juliet 1 Golf, Alpha Juliet 1 Golf.
Yeah, okay, I have AJ1G, WA2EJT, WA2 Lima X-Ray Bravo, and W4HWT. Anyone else, over?
N1GZU. Kilo Delta 3, Hotel Tango, KD3HT.
Okay, I have KD3HT. Anyone else, over?
Yeah, N1TZU is trying to check in, Ted. N1TZU.
All right, TZU. Anyone else? Okay, looks like the first round is going to be N1SNG, W3MMR, WO4K, AJ1Z, WA2EJT, WA2LXB, W4HWT, KD3HT, and N1TZU. Glenn, up to you. Great to hear you on here this morning. N1SNG, W3PWW in the old military radio net. Go ahead.
Yeah, W3PWW in the old military radio net, N1SNG. Yeah, kind of a welcome back here. We've been pretty busy at work with all this, safety equipment. And of course, we transferred over to, on one side of the building, to all mask production, bringing in new machinery and going from, A to Z startup facility on that side. So they've been pretty busy. I'm glad I'm not a part of that. So I stick on the other side with all the old stuff, glasses and face masks and things. So, we're just running so lean now. They have to